IPA.
I'm really enjoying this tasty beverage. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in that technicolor rainbow between, it's your boy Trey Proper.
It's your boy Weekend Herb.
Oh yeah, it's Mr. Petty over here. How you doing?
What up?
All right, thank you guys for joining us here once again for Blerds and Whiskey Live. We got a great show as always lined up for you here, as well as YouTube and whatever else. Anyway, so gentlemen, hopefully you ready to get this thing going. What you drinking this week?
Bacardi and Cola.
Jameson and cherry Coke.
Tito's, Monster, and Mountain Dew.
Okay, all right. I took a lot of the viewers' advice and I went ahead and got me a cherry Coke, and I mixed it with this minor case that's made in the sherry cask barrels, and it's pretty good. I've been enjoying it all morning.
A tasty beverage.
It is definitely a tasty beverage. There's only two things, so I can't mess it up.
I know, man. But even
I said it before you could say it. I said it before.
I have my doubts, but yeah.
I'm gonna add some syrup to this. Like, no, this is as good as it gets.
Don't.
But yeah, I'm definitely enjoying it. All right, let's get on to it. Big Herb, Weekend Herb.
Yes.
You got to change your name on the label to Weekend Herb. That way,
it's all good, man. Herb's Blurbs. Be sure to like, share, subscribe on all social media platforms. OTTV on Roku. Be sure to watch prior episodes of Blerds and Whiskey and the big homie Overtime Sims on his platform on Roku. It's gonna get kind of somber a little bit. We want to send our condolences and thank the police department for finding the murderer of Christine Louise. She is the voice actress of Mercy from the Overwatch game. So we're glad that they were able to find her murderer, and hopefully justice will be served. Also, we want to send a rest in peace shout out to Sonny Chiba. And Cam, I'll go and let you take over.
I'm about to say, shut up, let me do this one because I got this one because Sonny Chiba. Like, all right. So for those who don't know, the martial arts legend that is known as Sonny Chiba, you remember him as Hanzo from Kill Bill. I remember him as the Street Fighter, not like Ryu and Ken, but the 70s. I won't say blaxploitation, but he definitely took a lot of swagger from the black people on that one. But yeah, he's gone on a list of a stuntman, martial arts master, karate, jujitsu, judo, that whole thing. He recently had a bad bout of COVID, and he's no longer with us. But his memory will live on through people like me who always remember the 4 or 5 different Street Fighter movies. Basically like Japan's version of Shaft. So, R.I.P. Sonny Chiba.
Sad I ain't giving to make me a damn sword.
You mentioned it.
So, 2 members of Blerds and Whiskey went on other shows, starting with me and my lovely wife. We was on Good and Terrible, so be sure to check out their latest episode. But the one that we really need to get down and dirty to, Eddie was on
HNIC, the Head Nerds in Charge.
Show.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty good one. We decided to do like a battle royal like debate about which Cartoon Network had the best cartoons, not the kid shows, but the best cartoons. But we had some couple rules. We had like a couple of different tiers to consider what was going on. Basically, it's down between Disney Channel, Disney, Fox, Nickelodeon, and Cartoon Network, and which one, as far as like lasting effects, stuff like that. So yeah, y'all should check that out. Head Nerds in Charge. You can look it up on YouTube. Look for the latest episode. Got me on it. Also, it's a funny show in general, though. Shout out to King Kurt.
Yeah.
Yo, I was cracking up for the first hour of that episode. I was cracking the hell up. I'm mad I missed a chance to get on there because
best I can say is chaotic energy. Like that's
y'all was in rare form. Like, well, I guess I should say he was in rare form.
The first hour? How fucking long were you on there for?
3 hours. It was like. He said it wasn't supposed to be that long, but it kind of just like all of us were just cutting it up, and it's just like, oh man, I'm sitting there laughing. It's a Wednesday night. I'm laughing like it's 11.
Can I get the cliff notes? Can I get the cliff notes of that Snyder cut of a podcast?
that joint was taken. Yeah, it was a lot.
But it was worth it.
Yeah. I tell you what, OnlyFans, man, they're about to get their sexual videos blocked on October 1st. So
I would like to clarify exactly what it is that's going on. It's users are not allowed to distribute or show explicit content, such as people like me who subscribe to other OnlyFans. So therefore, the actual content creators still can have nude photos and stuff like that on there. What they are kind of like trying to put a kibosh on is the fact that I believe it was Visa or MasterCard, one of the
MasterCard.
Yeah, one of them is actually trying to they're the ones who put in restrictions, and that's kind of like the cause of the change. But OnlyFans is still, they know their bread and butter, so they're still trying to work their way around it. Either that's going to end up like Tumblr when they took their explicit content out and that fell to the wayside, and now it's just distant memory. So
it's still there. It's just, for the starving artists. But nobody's looking at it. Nobody wants to see that.
Yeah. But
so come October 1st, everybody who has all your OnlyFans subscriptions, and that's how you get the jollies off and all that shit, you're gonna have to find another place to go.
But they do have other platforms though. There are more than one platform already out there. Everyone's already migrated.
It's sex work. Sex work is always going to find a platform. It's never going to die. That's what makes this so stupid, is because these companies who deal in money, they're afraid to associate themselves with taboo categories. Like, that's why you have people that run these fucking billion-dollar dispensaries, but they have trouble finding a partner to bank with because because money doesn't want to attach itself to taboo stuff. OnlyFans will become Tumblr Part 2. Just mark my words. Give it about, I'll say 3 months after October 1st. We'll see how it happens.
Facts. I think that if anything, any SA workers out there, S workers out there, you should definitely look into putting more previews on YouTube and putting up your Cash App and having people send it directly to you to kind of get around this whole thing for the time being. Because I truly believe you should be able to make the money you want to make, however you want to make it. Just find a different way. And you might have to do emails, you might have to look into getting a webmaster to create your own website or whatever have you, but there's other ways to do it. So,
but here's the question:
stay strong.
Who's to say that Cash App won't try that next? I mean,
how can they prove it? Unless the person says this is for you writing so and so whatever, they don't know what the transaction is for. It just literally is a cash transaction.
Hold on, Cash App won't try what next?
Trying to put a kibosh on people's transactions of sex work.
So what it is so OnlyFans is trying to pivot, right? They're trying to pivot their business to make it like, they're trying to almost make it a social media. They're trying to make it like Quibi. Do y'all remember Quibi?
Yeah,
from a couple months ago.
But exactly what happened with Quibi.
But that's the thing. But these companies don't think that way. You know why? Because these companies are under pressure from GOP politicians and people like that who are your right-wing Christian. Oh, that's impure and don't do that. Meanwhile, I invited several black guys to come over my house and piss on my wife in the dark. They get there. Those are the people that are trying.
I told you not to tell them that, man. Listen, out there. Shit
happens. But I mean, those are the people that are backing the people who do all of these quote unquote explicit things in the dark, but in public, no, I'm all prayed up and the sanctity of all of this nonsense. It's a vicious cycle, so to speak, and it's one that we get to watch play out over and over and over again because they literally invested $2 billion in Quibi and it died a slow and painful knifing death.
I don't remember the date of birth. I mean, date of the time of death for Quibi. But I remember when Quibi came out, everybody kept trying to make it. Like the only thing people remember about Quibi was Reno 911. That was it. Like no one.
Literally, that was the only thing we would have cared about.
Yeah. Listen, Quibi was born the same time as COVID and died so much faster.
So, Mr. 3850, what are you going to do for your platform?
I'm going to keep shaking my dick in public.
And pissing on politicians' wives.
Yeah. Hey, man, I got to do what I got to do to get ahead in this world.
Oh, we are so demonetized.
Oh, my God. So shout out to Sony. They acquired Crunchyroll and Funimation. I'm trying to figure this out because I mean, what would this mean for the Carnage? I mean, will we be able to actually see Carnage eventually on this platform, seeing that COVID is pretty much taken over and we're probably
no,
yeah,
because
I don't know. Maybe later, but not upon release. Not necessarily. Not like how they do. Not how HBO Max and Disney Plus are doing it. Maybe like once Sony gets their bigger foothold in it, it's pretty much Sony is helping with Funimation. Funimation and Crunchyroll are pretty much all animes. You're not going to see like Spider-Man on Crunchy Sony.
So Crunchy Sony.
Sony.
Like I said in weeks before, Sony is a smaller production studio. They have to make money off of their movies. Spider-Man literally funds every movie that they make at Sony. If they don't put the Spider-Man movies out, they can't make the other little movies. So has to happen.
Yeah. No, damn it, off camera guy. Are you talking? You throwing me off. We already know the Carnage is being pushed back. But what I found in my little bit of research is that Sony has deals with Netflix as well as Disney Plus. So there's a delay on what they'll release, but they're probably going to do the theatrical release for Carnage eventually. But they might be trying to work out something with Disney Plus where they can do a release there because technically it is a Marvel property, but they might try to release it there because maybe something tied in. Technically, it's a Marvel, not Marvel Studios.
It's not technically. It says Marvel in the very beginning. Venom is a Marvel character. Carnage is a Marvel character. Come on, Trey. Say it with me. Now, what you're trying to say is it's not MCU. That's what you're trying to say. Stop saying it's not Marvel. It's Marvel all the way. It's Marvel the fuck through. It's just not MCU. That's all.
So shit's not on his chest. It's not fucking Marvel.
Okay.
Breathe. It's Marvel.
Y'all pissing me off already.
It's not MCU. It's Marvel. There's a big difference. All right. That's like saying, oh man, this Snyder cut isn't DC. Yeah, it is. It's not DCU, but it's you know what I'm saying. So yeah, you'll be all right. Breathe.
Yeah, and while you're still breathing, Riri Williams, aka Ironheart, will make her MCU debut on Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
Not on. In.
I mean, I don't know. My original thought process was maybe they don't have Shuri as Ironheart, which kind of would have made sense in the MCU mindset, not Marvel, Trey. An MCU mindset. I thought Shuri would have been a good pick for Ironheart, but this works too.
Yeah, it does.
A shout out to Rita. Shout out to Rita because I know Ironheart's one of her favorites.
Yeah. And that concludes the church announcements.
Okay. All right. So we've had some happenings this week. Some things have definitely popped up, shown up out of nowhere. Not really, not really. In the world of wrestling. So, gentlemen, we've talked about the wrestling universe as it is in multiple different ways. But as of late, the biggest news coming out has been, this past weekend we had SummerSlam from WWE starting there. And I've been toying with the idea of coming back to watching wrestling. I haven't been able to do it because I'm doing so much other stuff full time like it used to be, but a lot of things happened on SummerSlam. A lot of things changed, and we're going to start off with what I consider to be the biggest change. Bianca Belair dropped the title to none other than the man, Becky Lynch. How do you guys feel about that?
You say changed like this is something different. Yeah, this is the same thing that we've always seen. Ain't nothing changed. Vince McMahon's like, I'm pretty sure Vince McMahon's like, we got a white woman coming in? Let's do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So Vince McMahon,
such good shit.
Die of COVID, man. Just get out of here, man. Hurry up and die of COVID, man.
It's just, yeah.
I mean, WWE hates its fans. Like, I need for people to understand that, and I need people to accept that. Like, they don't. Vince does not like you. He likes your money. He likes you continuing to pay for his product. He wants you to buy merch as, oh, also, hey guys, I hope you like Alexa Bliss's whole Fiend gimmick, because if you don't buy enough Lily dolls, it's gonna die. That's an actual thing. You have to buy the merch. It's just more of the same. Like you're trying to push Bianca Belair as the next star, but hey, oh man, we got a Scottish girl coming back. So hey, you got to go ahead and job out. And how long? What was it?
26 seconds.
26 seconds to a rock bottom. She didn't even get Becky Lynch's finisher. She got somebody else's finish. That's awesome. So now Becky Lynch is gonna feud with The Rock when he comes back for once.
She calls I move the man down.
So bad.
It's like, oh god, it's like so much bad. So with those who don't understand what we're saying, spoilers for SummerSlam, SummerSham, whatever you want to call it.
Really, it's a spoiler.
It was shit.
I don't know. I'm just saying. For those who don't know, there was a match that was supposed to happen between Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair, which is billed as the two top people. You got a heel and a baby face. They've built Bianca Belair to be like this really like fighting champion. And then she's been going back and forth between her and Carmella for like 5 pay-per-views now? 5 weeks? About 5 weeks now, they've been having her fight Carmella. And then once again, SummerSlam comes around. Here comes Carmella. Everybody's like, well, I thought she was fighting Sasha Banks. Somewhere behind the scenes, she might have caught COVID or been around someone who has COVID. She might be COVID adjacent. So they didn't want her as a spreader. So they didn't have her have a match against her. So they got Carmella, and then Becky Lynch shows up, beats up Carmella, and then here comes her. It's like, hey, I'll fight you for your title. She's like, sure. And then she gets rock bottom. And then I'm over here just like, all right.
What the hell? It's literally what the hell just happened, because
you blinked and you missed it.
It literally was like, I don't even have a problem with Becky coming back. My issue is literally you came back rock bottom over what the hell just happened, and it's just like, come on, like, yeah, you got the big pop with her coming back. That's awesome.
So I think it's they're trying to get, that's what they're looking for, is the big pop, and of course you're going to have people like us who are going to discuss it the next morning. And that's what they're looking for. That's what they're expecting. So it's kind of like they're looking for the feeling of when Paige came up from NXT and beat AJ Lee. They wanted that level of surprise, but you're not going to get that.
Though. But she actually fought. She actually fought though.
She did. So
in the title.
So like I was saying, it's just they were looking for the feeling. That's what they were looking for. And if you stop trying to do that and try to do new storylines, and if they actually did have a fight, if it was actually competitive, even though we're talking about wrestling and we know it's all planned out, but if you actually have a competitive thing happen, then you get a better feeling. But
or maybe you don't have your champion that you're trying to build up squashed. You don't squash your young up and comer. But I will say this though, I'm pretty proud that Bobby Lashley turned face by beating up a kid last night. So that was pretty awesome. Big black guy destroys young white punk. Awesome. Take that, Goldberg and Sunbird. We don't want you here.
Goldberg, he's like, hey, if Dominic can do this, maybe I can, Dad. He's like, sure, son, go for it. I'll teach you how to wrestle.
Okay.
Learning from the greenest veteran ever.
Yeah, that shit was horrible.
So
I mean, if anything, because I actually did take the time out to watch it, that was probably the best part. Him getting his ass whooped, and his son jumps in and get his ass whooped.
But I say, if fuck them kids was a submission hold, that's what he gonna name the Hurt Locker.
Checking the comments on YouTube or Facebook. I'm sorry. Chuck Clark says, I was more mad about Charlotte getting the title back after losing it a few weeks ago. And I think Sasha was going to win the title. I think Sasha was going to win the title back. And no, she didn't. Paige beat AJ in no time at all. I don't remember. And Buff Gilbert got wrecked. Facts.
No, they're not. They're from Chuck.
And then also speaking of the Charlotte Flair thing, did anybody notice what her ring gear was themed as last night?
No.
It was Thanos. She dressed as Thanos because she knew she was going up. I mean, like, Listen, to steal a quote from Wrestle Talk, she's the Omni Flare. You can't deny. You will never deny her. As long as she's a big Viking woman, she's gonna keep winning. They're gonna give her people who live an alternate lifestyle and brown people to continuously squash. You know why? Because Vince loves his big blonde everything.
I got it. Another fucking blonde.
Exactly. And also in addition to Jesus Christ. Just child rearing while on camera, ladies and gentlemen. So while also giving the title to his big blonde chick, he also brought back his big blonde goon last night as well, because fucking Bork Laser showed up last night, and now Paul Heyman has to choose between his hot young stud and his slovenly ex-beau. So we'll see how this story plays out.
But what if that's the whole storyline? They're just fighting over the affection of Paul Heyman. Like,
hold on. What do you mean? What do you mean? What if? Listen. Paul
Heyman's like, I want that old thing back.
Paul Heyman. Basically, Paul Heyman is Vince McMahon. Like that. He's because Vince doesn't like to be on camera anymore. Paul Heyman is essentially an allegory. Like, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a segment where he's rubbing it out to pictures of both of them, trying to figure out which one he's going to spray on.
No.
Oh shit!
I got two hands. They're both Paul Heyman guys.
Yeah,
it's going to turn up to 10 this week, huh? Okay.
Chuck just said Paul Heyman looked like the dude who was out on a date with his side chick whose wife just showed up at the club.
Hold on, but no. So actually, if you notice, right, they're both wearing those. Roman has on the little delay, and Paul has on the delay, right? Brock's music hits, and then Roman takes off his lay and hands it to Paul like he was saying, "Hand me my purse." I mean, here, hold my purse. Here come that bitch. We about to scrap. Like, that's literally like, if you go back and look at the clip, that's literally what he nah. What's up, bitch? What's up? Bitch? Like, that's
real
literally
quick. Jamaica on YouTube says, is Brock Leonardo going through something? Because what in the world is going on there? So yeah, Brock does not have his usual buffness. He looks a little tiny.
He looks almost human.
Shrunken. Yeah.
He looks like he's not on the gear because he hasn't been in WWE for a year. So he's not juicing. Yes, I said it.
So what you're saying is Brock Lesnar should go to our promo page and go on FNX Blerds 3 so he can get that FNX Fit on, huh? So Brock Lesnar can get his pre-workout out, his post-workout on, so he can be, so we can get Paul Heyman's attention again, flexing his pecs, or we'll get the sword, more dimensional, and so he can, Brock Lesnar get his F5 on and actually look like a menacing monster, a beast incarnate, get his workout gear.
No, so he can go. So he can be as muscly as his ugly daughter. So he can go to Phoenix and use FNX Blerds to get 15% off. But WWE did what they do. They're gonna have NXT Takeover 36 tonight. Adam Cole's gonna have his last match and then probably leave. So that'll be good. And he's probably gonna go and join an actual wrestling company that's about wrestling and not sports entertaining, who had a massive announcement this week.
Can I do it? Can I do the thing?
Absolutely can. Please do it.
It's clobbering time!
Yep. And if you don't know what that alludes to, ladies and gentlemen, CM Punk is all elite. And it instantly became one of my. So AEW has this thing where they have one of my favorite wrestling moments of all time happen, like the crowd singing Judas on Wednesday night, and then they completely surpassed it on Friday night with CM Punk coming out to one of the greatest ovations in the history of wrestling. Yes. I don't give a damn if you judge me. Yes, I got teary-eyed. I still get goosebumps when I watch it on social media. A replay of the moment is one of the greatest moments in wrestling, and the joy and the relief all over CM Punk's face when he came out, because of all that love is something special. And if you don't think AEW is a great company, at this point, you're just being Corey.
CM Punk definitely looked like So I posted this not too long ago. I was like, So CM Punk, when he dropped the first pipe bomb, he had a little bit of a change going on in WWE. They were trying it for a bit. You thought maybe this was actually the change that he was looking for. Maybe it's a change we've been needing for a while. Maybe they're gonna get back to actual like good entertainment and stuff like that. And then they just let it go. Which is when Trey said, you know, they had a change. I was like, nah, they didn't change. They built something up and they let it go.
Yeah.
I felt like a lot of fans, like if you notice how the numbers kind of dwindled since mid 2000s to now, have dwindled through wrestling communities, stuff like that. Like you still got your diehards, but like your diehards are still barely just holding on. And then you get CM Punk when he came back, and you can just look at like him. He, you know, he got a little gray in his beard, but he looks better than he has in a long time.
Yeah, yeah.
You can tell that like there's a big sigh of relief. He cut the same classic promo like, oh, that other company held me down, but this company, I can do this, you know. So that's stereotypical move from one company to another company promo that they always do. But for some reason, I feel like I believed it with CM Punk. Like I believed what he was saying. It resonated.
He and that's one of the things he said in his opening speech to it. Like I didn't write anything down. I'm speaking from the heart. And it came off genuine. Even if he did really write it down, it came off genuine. And it I too was sitting there with tears like, damn, this is, I feel like I did when I was 10 years old watching wrestling right now. I feel happy. I feel joy over this. The emotions are coming out. And then the crowd, like everything came together to make this feel right. And it just felt right. And then calling out Darby Allin from the stands.
That was awesome.
You could tell Darby, even though he's got his face mask on, he's containing his excitement as well. Because he grew up watching CM Punk. Like that's the way wrestling is supposed to be. If somebody does do a callback, you know, somebody that's from the new age should be challenging them, not necessarily for a battle or a title, but there should be some type of buildup. There should be some type of storyline going. So you have that era versus the new era. And it's just, and then if Adam Cole comes over, oh my God. Oh my God.
I think he will.
I mean, his wife's over there. Why not?
His wife's over there. Yeah.
So do you know what I'm excited about, guys? Do you know what I'm excited about more than anything with CM Punk going to AEW? It's inevitably gonna happen. We're gonna have a program where it's CM Punk on the mic versus Maxwell Jacob Friedman on the mic. I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. I am going to lose my shit. I'm going to sit there and watch it like this with my fucking feet in the air like a 4-year-old boy, because it's going to be amazing. It's going to be fucking amazing. And I cannot wait for it. This match on what is it, September 6th against Darby Allin?
The 5th.
On September 5th, the match against Darby Allin, that's going to be, God damn it. This is awesome. And then we still got more people coming. Daniel Bryan has yet to come out for AEW because we know it's about to happen.
Yes.
Listen,
who do you want him to go against?
I don't give a shit. Everybody,
really doesn't matter.
Anybody. I just want to see these people. I want to see these amazing wrestlers having fun doing what they love and not being put into some crazy ass old man's soapbox of sports entertainment. That's what
These
I want.
These are my toys, damn it.
I want to see wrestling. I don't want to see sports entertainment. Sports entertainment gets me old ass fucking Goldberg coming out and botching moves that he's been doing for 20 plus years.
World's oldest veteran green guy. Like the dude, why is the world's oldest rookie?
No, sports entertainment gets me having nonsensical segments with Xavier Woods squirting the Miz with a squirt gun and the Miz acting like he's getting pissed on with acid. That's what sports entertainment gets me. Wrestling gets me Malachi Black kicking Cody Rhodes' fucking head off and then hitting him with a chair.
Daniel Bryan.
Exactly.
Yes. Kenny Omega versus Daniel Bryan.
This is what I'm saying. Look,
or Adam Cole versus Kenny Omega would be a good one too.
Yeah. So we are setting. We need to set up for some great wrestling. Oh, Jericho's already fought everybody. You just got to go to Japan to watch those.
I would still see it. I mean, why not?
Real quick.
But go ahead. What I say?
Checking out the comments on. Well, I'll let you get to it. Just 1 second. Checking out the comments on Facebook. Chuck Clark. Brock Odinson out there hijacking truck shipments of Capri Suns family styles because he's too hot to know the difference. And Corey, Corey. So I hear you've been calling my name. And checking before we answer, checking out the comments on YouTube, Jamaica. Oh, hey Chase, what's up? Swipes and giggles. And it's almost like upholding legacy. Yes, comic books. You will never see wrestling like that. It died in 1983. I disagree. Man, more circus. I'm not sure what you are, but I think we're in for that nostalgic feel that we haven't had over the last 15, damn near 20 years.
Guys,
well, I'll say 15. I'll say 10.
I mean, I just want to know, as far as like, since we don't have a bar to go to watch this, we're gonna just do this.
You gotta remind me of that. God damn.
No, I'm saying I will host.
But you like in like Virginia.
Not anymore. He's in Waldorf.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Damn it. No. Well, yeah, we need passports. I mean, we see.
I need to take time off. I gotta visit her.
if I get a good enough projector, we can.
One of the moments that I just posted this on one of my TikToks. X Marks the Spot is my new TikTok wrestling TikTok channel.
Go follow him.
Go follow that. I did recently, like, because I got goosebumps off of this moment too, because it was one of the stipulations for the Jericho versus MJF thing was he had no entrance music. The crowd was like, I bet we got you. And then you got people like down look at lyrics on their phone singing in unison.
You don't know those lyrics right now. I'm gonna tell you.
On the poster.
Yeah, one dude had it like as a sign on one of his posters up there too, and I'm sitting here like the whole crowd. And mind you, Jericho is a heel, right? But I mean, I guess the heel versus the heel. But who's more heelier than him?
He's the anti-face.
Yeah, the anti-face. I don't know. Like they don't. They're just booking people.
They just.
but yeah, like
go out there and put on a show.
You can tell that Jericho like was not even a professional wrestler at that moment. He was just enjoying the moment. He kind of like broke character and smiled and was like, "Oh shit, this is good."
Yeah. Well, it's a catchy freaking song. It's me and my son be driving and we are singing that at the top of our lungs. So I did it at BlurCon. Like everybody knows this damn song.
Hold on, real quick. I'm also going to I'm not going to let the crowd in Houston get away with it. I heard most of y'all mumbling most of that shit. A lot of y'all were not singing the lyrics. What have I become?
I love that damn song. Real quick on Facebook, Corey Johnson, Adam Cole is re-signing with WWE. Is that somebody check that out on somewhere? I don't know.
He doesn't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Check it out. Chuck Clark, he's Buff Gilbert. We accept Big Lot. We'll accept Big Lots Goldberg.
Yeah, Brock looked like Brock. Hey, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Brock showed up last night looking like he'd been working with Chuck for the past 6 months. It's been on the road again. Seeing places I ain't never seen.
I'm about to say, thing I would never thought I would ever see is Brock Lesnar with a ponytail. Like, what a man bun. Like, why is Brock Lesnar a man bun?
He looks like Goro. He looks like the 90s Goro.
But not even a real man. Not even a real man bun. He got the joint that girl from elementary school who ain't had no hair. Her mother.
Oh shit!
So now he looks like his daughter.
I still, Corey, you just gonna have to look. Just turn your brain off for a second. Just keep watching, because you can't seriously look us in the face in the comments and say you still don't like AEW. He says, I still don't like AEW. However, I will be watching both shows as there were matches on both SummerSlam and AEW.
I would love to know exactly. Like, my issues with AEW at first was the fact that I just didn't believe in the product. Like, I felt like a lot of people instantly jumped to it because they were anti-WWE. Like, oh man, it's not WWE, so therefore this is the greatest thing ever. And I was like, nah, I'm not buying that. I didn't hate it, but I wasn't buying into it. I'm growing and understanding, like I've been saying for a long time, this is one of the best times in a long time. It's great to be a wrestling fan because AEW is also breaking down, like I said, that forbidden door where you're getting crossovers and matches and stuff like that WWE ain't even thinking about. So Ring of Honor, Impact, New Japan, like these are the new territories. So as a wrestling as a whole, I can enjoy it. Now, there's certain aspects I don't like about it, so I don't really particularly care about it. Like, I feel like sometimes they're a little bit too indie. Sometimes I feel like they're a little too, comical. But it's like most of most of the jokes are for like the people in the back or the boys. I'm like, I'm not.
She got me from the comments.
She took the words right out
of the comments.
She took the words right out of
comments. God damn it. It's in my nose.
Listen, if you're a wrestling fan, like Corey, you say you love ROH, like you're about to get Daniel Bryan versus Kushka Okada or Kota Ibushi because AEW has a working relationship with New Japan. So come on, man, get off your step stool and come holler at us on some real wrestling.
So what was the comment that got you, Trey?
Corey too little to look y'all in the face. We're not gonna height shame here. Let's not height shame people, okay?
Yeah. We're not. What have I become?
Hey, Herb, what they be telling them in the NBA? What's the joint they do? Too small.
Oh my God. So as far as the whole debate between AEW and WWE, I still think I don't know who said it, but somebody just said like we're back to the territories almost. But WWE is slowly but surely having to restructure things because they've hit a wall. Yeah. And when you hit a wall,
it's their wall of their own making. Though. It's like they're like exactly. They built a wall. Like who's stopping us? You.
Exactly. But Mr. Petty, I do. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry, Trey. I was about to give you credit for something, right? Remember how you said it seems like they're gearing up to sell the business? Well, Tony. No, I'm sorry. Tony. The other
Khan in WWE.
Yeah, the Khan that works for WWE. He came out this week in an interview and was just like, "Well, we're open for business. We're not actively looking for business partners to sell to, but we'll listen and we're open for business." So. You all, if you worked in the business world before, know what that means. Fucking WWE is looking to sell, guys. So it's pretty obvious at this fucking point.
We need worldwide wrestling, but yeah. So I was saying, they've hit a wall, and I was going to pass it over to Mr. Petty because speaking of walls,
good one, yeah. Yes, if you remember WCW days, there was a guy called The Wall. And like, nah. Let's go ahead and just get this wall going on. Build a wall. Character of the week. Today's character of the week is Amanda Waller, also known as The Wall. I don't think anyone really calls her The Wall, but that's what's listed as one of her nicknames. I've never heard her referred to as The Wall, but hey, that's just me. Amanda Waller grew up and was born and raised in Chicago. She made it out of Chicago due to like the death of family members that she had lost. She worked her way up through college and in the political landscape, and then eventually found her way as a liaison or some sort of liaison to the president. There, she discovered a file of soldiers led by, back then, Rick Flag Sr., which is called the Suicide Squad. She thought this would be a great idea to get rid of or work with metahumans, or metavillains specifically. She got the best of the worst, recruiting from places like Iron Heights, Arkham Asylum, and Blackgate. There's another version of this story too. She was once in the military. There was a mission that went wrong, and she lost several people, and that struck her emotionally really badly. So she decided, instead of using good people or people who are friends and family and ties to her for missions, she decided to recruit villains, not reformed criminals, just villains. So nobody was really good. They were just part of the team. Originally, the name of the team was called Task Force X, or sometimes Team 7. Eventually got the nickname Suicide Squad due to the fact that, well, it's a suicide mission. You killed if you don't do it, you killed if you do it. She would implant bombs into the back of their heads, the base of their skulls, so if anyone goes offline or off script or tries to run or tries to escape or doesn't follow orders, boom, head explodes. And this was legal, because none of it actually mattered, because everything was all under the table, under the radar, all that good stuff. Because comics. She's very pragmatic, cold, calculating. Funny enough, based on the original 3 people who were in charge of Task Force X, one of them, a guy named Harry Stein, reorganized it, and it became Checkmate. And if you know anything about Checkmate, Checkmate was one of the organizations that led to the New 52, or started leading to the New 52, or New Crisis. So basically, Task Force X and Checkmate have one thing in common, which is a distrust of metahumans. whether superhero or not. Amanda Waller actually has a huge distrust of the Justice League. No matter how much good they do, she feels like that much power unchecked is going to be a dangerous thing. She's even formed her own anti-Justice League, not the Injustice League, but just basically counterparts of anyone who's made to go against all the metahumans in there. Her and Batman have a tumultuous relationship. It's funny. Due to all the various incarnations in the media, she's been featured in Justice League Unlimited, Justice League Cartoon. She's been featured in the Arrowverse. She's been featured in Smallville. She's been featured on the big screen. Shout out to Viola Davis. Chef's kiss for that performance. But to me, the second best is also going to be either Viola Davis or whoever played her in Justice League Unlimited, because her and Batman's relationship was always like, yo, today, Batman would he? You know? Anyway, back to you guys. Like, share, subscribe.
So you know you're just is your job just to trigger me every week, Cam? Amanda Waller ain't boning Batman. What the hell is the matter with you? What the hell is the matter with you? He snuck in surreptitiously into her home because he's the goddamn Batman.
Hey,
So you're trying to say prep time?
like his BBW.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
You like his BBWs? What can you say?
can I give you a fan theory?
Go for it. I love it. Let's go.
So she used the Phantasm to get some of Batman's blood, right? And we all know that who is a clone of Bruce Wayne? Terry McGinnis. So that vial of DNA that she had before they used it to make Terry, she may have, kind of satisfied herself because
What the fuck? No.
Hey, man, I'm just
we're not going to break down the wall.
Yeah, she broke down her walls already with that.
Oh my God!
Stop. So Trey, did you see one of the many appearances of Amanda Waller was I missed a few, like Young Justice and a lot of the straight to DVD stuff they had, like Suicide Squad movies, Superman Public Enemies, where him and Batman were like wanted.
Yeah.
But in that particular
Great
one,
comic, by the way.
I feel like that particular one also featured I think it was Lex Luthor as the president at the time. And
He was now canonically he is boning Amanda Waller.
yeah, because they showed him, doing that with her in the comic. But I'm sorry, Batman is showing up in her house, hands her a towel, and didn't even flinch. He's like, "I know what you about." Like, nah, yeah, come on, dude.
Yo. Hey, what was Trey, what was that thing y'all had in the beginning of Kinkazoid episode 17? That spreader joint?
Oh, okay, all right, Trey. Hell.
Hey. So anyway, topic 2 for today. No, I was gonna actually say before I got to the end of that, I was planning to say Amanda Waller is canonically from Chicago, and shout out to Chicago. She could probably take Merlot to the face, Merlot or whatever. She could probably guzzle that shit. That's how much of a hardcore person she is.
Dude,
I heard it as soon as it left my.
This is so easy.
I'm alert. I was trying to shout out.
You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and do it right now. Herb, you got this one. Go ahead and say it. All right, never mind. I tried. Okay, I did the alley-oop. I don't know what you want. Blerd.radio.
Yeah.
Shout out the Blerd.radio. I was trying to shout them out, but yeah. Anyway, topic 2. We have a lot of fun here, guys. We've also had some good Marvel news coming out lately. It's been pretty fun. And the one that I am most excited about, the one I'm like giddy like a little child about, is the fact that Jim Shooter dropped the dime this week. He basically announced, because he doesn't have an NDA non-disclosure agreement, sorry. He doesn't have one with Marvel as of yet. And he was on a podcast and was basically like, yeah, Secret Wars is a thing. They're going to do a live action Secret Wars. That's going to be the Infinity War for the ending of this next phase. So if you're not familiar with, well, gentlemen, I guess I'll explain it. Secret Wars is a comic where basically the original 1985. I'm sorry, off camera guy was in my ear. So Secret Wars. They basically the Beyonders, where it's made Beyonders' first appearance. He created Battle World, the original Battle World. He wiped away an entire universe and made one planet. He took most of the popular villains, most of the popular heroes, put them on one planet and said, fight, and I'll give you a prize at the end. It was a ploy to make toys and everything in the 80s. Sure, that's where we got a lot of stuff from, but it's a great comic. Actually, my son has not read it yet, but I ordered it on Amazon so he can read it because I don't have another copy. But yeah.
But you know that's not the Secret Wars we're going to get, though, right?
Oh, I know. But it's going to.
I mean, you remember Civil War, which is pretty much just like a ball in a parking lot,
right? So, but we're gonna get God King Doom, guys. We're gonna get God King Doom. Like we're gonna get Secret Wars 2015, not Secret Wars 1985, because and it's supposed to be the next Avengers crossover, and we know we're not gonna get an Avengers movie for several years, right? So we're essentially what we're about to get is Phase 4 and Phase 5 building up. They're going to fight King a bunch of times like it's a goddamn WWE match, bringing it full circle. And then we're going to get the payoff at WrestleMania, and they bring in Dr. Doom, and we're going to have that Secret Wars where he is leading.
Good shit.
Yeah.
God, Vince, can you just die already?
Stop saying that.
Nope. We want him to die.
What the hell is the matter with y'all? Stop wishing. Anyway,
stop wishing death on a guy that's ruining business. Okay, all right, I'm gonna shut up.
Chill. He doesn't understand how to push Keith Lee, and I'm supposed to be happy that this man runs a wrestling company.
How to push black people in general.
Thank you, Herb. Exactly. Unless it's Dwayne and you're black when it's convenient for you, isn't that right, Dwayne? Sorry, we're talking about Marvel. I'm so sorry.
Yes. So I agree. Well, go ahead. Give me your perspectives. Go ahead. I'll save it. I'm going to save it.
No, my perspectives on it.
Well, it was Mr. Petty and then Herb and.
Oh, okay. But, yeah. Let's back in order, guys.
All right. Yes, all right. I don't know if they're gonna do a toy line for this particular Secret Wars. I was an '80s kid, so I remember the original Secret Wars and the toy line. I remember Battle World and stuff like that. I remember when Spider-Man, the '90s cartoon, even did the Secret Wars too. They probably did it better. By the way,
better.
I'm gonna give
better than what?
Well, the comic was good, but like I'm pretty sure if you're going to see what's going to happen in the MCU and you're going to see what happens on Marvel's '90s comic book, the TV show, the TV show is going to do way better. Spider-Man's TV show did better world building for MCU than MCU did. And then it's like I don't know, man. Like I'm kind of conditioned for Marvel to do okay right now. Nothing has really, like, it's been a while since they've actually had a great movie. They've had good movies, they've had okay movies, but nothing's been super great in a while. So I'm hoping that maybe everyone's kind of excited about like other stuff that's happening with Celestials. Everyone's like,
you gotta let it happen, Cam. You gotta let it happen. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I mean, my take on it, basically, because, I mean, I'm not well-versed in the whole entire Secret Wars part, but I'm here for the ride. And Marvel has yet to, like, fumble the ball when it comes to this type of stuff. Now, I mean, obviously, they fumbled the ball on the NDA, but, I mean, hey, I'm all here for it. So, I mean, I'm here for it. And, but, yeah, I am looking forward to the what if, talking about what if, though.
Okay, I'm gonna get to that next because that does tie in. So we have, as we know, we have What If, which is showing the possibilities in the universe. We also just had the experiences of Loki and WandaVision. We're not gonna go into too much detail, but we know it's dealing with multiversal events. So what's up? What's up? I see you smiling.
Keep talking. Okay. Just finish your thought, then come to me.
Okay, I got you. So asshole. So I think we're going to get aspects of the 1985 comic, but I think we're going to get the 2015 Collision of Worlds event where we have the multiverses, they're colliding, and we have the Illuminati, we have the implementation of God King Doom. I do agree that, because if you don't know that book, go read it. You need to go get it. But there are two Secret Wars, the old one and the new one. We're going to get aspects of the old one, as in we're going to probably see Professor Hulk divulge back into Savage Hulk, holding up a mountain, saving everybody's lives, and displaying his strength. We'll have the introduction of the Fantastic Four. They have to introduce the Fantastic Four in this. And also, they might be able to tie it together where Eddie Brock loses the symbiote to Peter Parker, and we have the first appearance, because at issue 8 is the first appearance of Black Suit Spider-Man, and they might tie it in that way. So I'm excited. Like, I think you're going to get aspects of 1985 and 2015, and we're going to get something new.
So you really hate Sony.
Well, I mean,
give me back my motherfucking Spider-Man. What do you mean? Do I really hate Sony? I fucking hate. You're gonna stop triggering me. You're gonna stop. You're doing this shit on purpose. Rick, go.
So speaking of, her brought up What If. What If is actually doing some. And so I wouldn't be this excited about What If they didn't come out that it is MCU canon, right? So this we're going to get some of these characters from What If crossing over into the movies. I'm convinced that Captain Carter is going to show up in the movies. And then also this week on What If, we got, so unfortunately in the MCU, we've been given White Trash Lord, right? Mm-hmm. And on What If this week, they gave us
slightly above
Regal.
Average.
They gave us, we've been hampered with Remedial Lord, and now we've been given Majestic Lord in the form of T'Challa Star-Lord, who is just, I have no other saying to go with it. He's just the bee's knees. He's amazing. I mean, like it went from Korath the Pursuer wanting to fuck Star-Lord up to, oh my God, I'm your biggest fangirl. He talked Thanos out of genocide and made him buddy Thanos. Like it was the greatest thing I've ever seen. He turned the Ravagers essentially into this. He turned them into the fucking Space Avengers essentially. Like they're restarting planets accesses and it was just something special. And then also hopefully. I listen, I love Chadwick Boseman as much as the next person. I really do. But I need for them to recast T'Challa because I need the good Star-Lord and not the Star-Lord who's just crying and fuck. You ruined Infinity War. You killed everyone, Peter. Yeah. You killed everyone. It's your fault.
You know you fucked up, right? You know you. Like, I mean, you see what happens when Black people actually take over and we actually live in a peaceful world? I mean, it is what it is, right? I mean,
that's galactic black excellence.
And the fact that what's the name called it? That's genocide. Like he's like
everyone's so comfortable. Everyone's so comfortable around Thanos. He's like, it isn't just genocide though. Like, no, it's not genocide. It's efficiency.
Yo, did you see where everybody was just looking at him in Wakanda? He's just like, no, it's not genocide. They're like, but nigga, it is. That's murder, sir.
But it's efficient. That was his. I need a shirt with Buddy Thanos that says "But it's efficient."
But it's efficient.
Yes,
I'm trying to tell you. Hey, there's a screenshot for the week, by the way.
I love the change in Thanos because I remember when like Thanos was introduced the couple of times. I think it was an Endgame, and he made Thanos a better father. He made Thanos like more likable. Like I'm over here just trying to figure out like why is he holding back on the not the Ravagers,
Black Order. It's the Black Order.
Black Order.
I'm over here like, yo, he's holding back. Like he could really mollywop these dudes. Like y'all forget this dude went toe to toe with Hulk, and he beat him to the point where Hulk is an embodiment. Hulk is an embodiment of rage. Like his whole deal is the madder I get, the stronger I get. He beat Hulk so bad he calmed down. Like, do you know how much you have to beat somebody to make them calm down? Be like, you know what?
Okay, you got it.
I'm gonna chill for a minute. Why am I even yelling?
So off camera guy just yelled in the ear that he was using a Power Stone. I don't agree with that theory. He did not use a Power Stone. Canonically, and even in the MCU, Thanos is as strong, if not stronger, than baseline Hulk. Hulk was not. He didn't Hulk up. He just showed up in regular baseline form.
That was his fighting skills. That's all that was.
Yeah, he was doing dirty boxing. I'm like, when did he go to Earth? Like when?
Notice when he beat him, he beat the Hulk unconscious. He didn't beat him to the point that he reversed back to Bruce Banner. He beat him. He was still the Hulk Like he knocked the Hulk out himself.
No, he didn't beat that nigga. He didn't beat him into hiding. He beat the Hulk into remission like he was fucking cancer. That nigga stopped coming out after. Like he legit was that boy who stayed out till the streetlights came on. He got his ass whooped. And your friends like, hey, you coming out? No, I can't. I'm on punishment. Get the fuck.
So my only issue. Go ahead, Big Herb.
Leak in the comments. Hulk literally said, "You know what? That's my bad. I'm gonna go."
So my only issue with the what if is the Thanos issue, because I'm trying. I know it's what if. I get it. Don't jump on my fucking back. But that battle between him and the Black Order is just no. He should have obliterated them. Period. Point blank simple. He should have wiped them out. Especially.
That's what happened.
He was stalling though.
He was stalling, but then also that's what happens when good guys have something to fight for, dude. Like you get your ass whooped because you're holding back for some reason. Look at what happened when Optimus Prime stopped holding back in the fucking Transformers movie. He served the shit out of them 4 fucking Decepticons. Yeah, when he was like, it's no people around for me to have to be careful with. They fucking murked the shit out of them. And then he only
talking about that Transformers. So I'm gonna say like, well, I mean, the only person he was holding back was Rodimus Prime.
But I have a question.
Hot Rod, I'm sorry.
But
I don't acknowledge the other Transformers. Man, I don't know what you're talking about. There was only the 85.
Don't let little trainees in it. What's up, Big?
What's your question?
I want to know, how the hell did the Collector pick up the Thor's hammer though? Mjolnir.
Yo, how did he get Thor's hammer? How did he get fucking Captain America's shield?
But you're on to something there, because this means that without Black Panther present, the Avengers ain't shit, and they get wiped out and added to a collection.
Listen, guys, I mean, I'm just trying to tell you, listen, if you don't realize it yet, the Black heroes was holding everything together. If we not dead, then everything falls the fuck apart. If you notice that, every time they take us out of there, every shit just goes haywire. So
you also got to keep in mind there is some positive to T'Challa actually being abducted though. His father is still alive, and Wakanda
is flourishing.
It's flourishing.
Yo, I would love to see as part of that fucking Wakanda, like with T'Challa being abducted, right? Fucking T'Chaka just goes on a warpath and conquers the world.
Looking for his son.
Yeah, and then it's just like everything is Wakanda run. Like what we didn't see is when they showed Peter Quill at the end working at that Dairy Queen because he's white trash, that they had the Wakanda words written around the Dairy Queen, hidden
Wakanda burger.
Yeah, it says Dairy Queen, but actually it's Wakanda Queen, and they don't have banana splits because we find that abrasive. They all
large Boomaye pack.
Yeah. No, it's just regular ass caramel sundaes and shit. Don't put bananas in there; we'll kill your asses. Yeah, I see you being racist on the sly. We run you.
Okay, so
they got white slaves. Is that what you're trying to say? Like,
he's like, oh, we're not gonna do that.
Philip,
we're not gonna do that.
Your wife's moving up my bed.
I'm just saying.
Also, so with the phase, of course we're not using phases anymore, thanks Feige. But now we also have the release of a new Eternals trailer, and of course me and Petty are of two different minds about this. I'm extremely excited about this. I'm happy to see I'm waiting to see this movie. It's going to be great, and it's going to tie into a lot of things. And yeah, so Mr. Petty, if you could, well, I'll let you speak. Go ahead. Tell us what you're thinking. Tell us what you're feeling.
Well, GSP, I am not impressed. It's just like I saw the trailer. I was like, oh, okay, maybe it'll explain more. Maybe it's gonna get me more into it. No, it didn't. It's gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be boring. I'm gonna sleep through it. It's gonna be good background noise. I'll probably watch it just because it's Marvel, but like, I am not looking forward to Eternals. I'm not looking forward to Eternals. I just saw that. I'm like, oh, it's Inhumans on a bigger budget. Like, it's just like, it's
so having have been your friend for a number of years now, and going through this process with you over and over again. Remember what you were saying before Guardians of the Galaxy came out? Before we went to Arundel Mills to go see it on opening night? I don't know, man. Whatever the fuck, we'll see. Then then at one point during the movie, Trey Popper called me out on the difference if I'm wrong. Cam was sitting there looking at Guardians of the Galaxy like this. Wow,
Yes.
this is a good. I'm enjoying this movie. So see, there you go with your whole the glass
Cynical ass.
Yeah, be cynical all you want to, you some bitch. When we go to the movies to see Eternals and you're sitting there doing this again, I really enjoyed this, guys. I'm a fucking film you, and we're gonna put it up on that week's show.
Hey, that's cool. That's cool. I'm man enough to admit when I'm wrong, and I have. I did that about AEW.
I'll give you that.
Unlike some of our fans, I've done that about AEW. I am always man enough to admit when I'm wrong. But for now, I'm unimpressed right now as I'm watching Eternals. I'm like, I hope it's not eternally long either, man. This movie better be like an hour and like 10 minutes at the most, man. Give me 70 minutes.
Nigga, you unimpressed? They got Camille Nanjiani all pumped up and shit, looking like a buff Indian with finger guns. Nigga, he got finger guns.
So,
wow, Edward Trigger hands. I don't care, man. Like,
how? And then you got Angelina Jolie with energy weapons. And I'm pretty sure,
bro, it's not 93.
Listen, one of her energy weapons is going to be a black baby that she abducts from Africa.
Stop it. Stop it.
That fits into her whole character. She's like over here adopting humans and shit. Like,
checking the comments out on Facebook. Chuck Clark, Eternals is going to be Black Widow for the bottom spot. Character of the week after Eternals is going to be Dazzled Child Can. God damn it, Chuck, no. Days Child Can. I'm sorry, I misread that. But yeah, so I if you know the history of the Eternals, you know what the Celestials are. You know what, I don't want to spoil it because I'm probably going to end up spoiling the movie if I go too far. But what happens? Don't worry. If it's up to canon, but I think that's how they'll play it because the Celestials play a bigger part in the grand scheme of Earth than anything else. Go do your research. So. What do you? I mean, are you not excited to see Celestials actually? Do you know what the Celestials are? Do you know what they do? And do you know what that means else is out there in the universe in the MCU?
I really hope you're directing that question to other people.
We've only got a taste of what the Celestials are. We've only seen two so far in MCU. We've seen Ego and him and his bastard little white son. And then we've also seen Eson the Searcher, who was in Guardians of the Galaxy wielding the Power Stone, who wiped out a whole planet in one tap. So
forgetting about the Nowhere.
Yeah,
the severed head of a Celestial is Nowhere.
Yeah. I mean, well, that's 2.25 basically. But no, you're right. That's why I changed my number. It's 2.25. But hopefully we get to see why that Celestial lost his head. I would love to see a Celestial beheading. That would just make my
you know why
day.
He lost his head? Would you like to know why he lost his head?
Sure, go ahead and fill the people in on why he lost his head. Yeah.
OCG with the
off camera guy. You should turn your mic on and say that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what y'all? As y'all trying to like get me excited about Eternals, I'm sorry, it may be a boring movie, it may not be, but I am not excited about Eternals. What I am excited though is maybe somehow, some way, like Ego, because he grew a beard out of nowhere because he didn't have a beard when he first was back in the day as the Eternals. So maybe he found our promo page and he went to blerdsandwhiskey.com and got on Beard Struggle and used his codes Blerd1 to get 15% off to get his celestial beard oil, his celestial combs, his celestial brushes, his celestial beard oils and moisturizers and celestial balms and beard balms and celestial shampoos and celestial conditions, and to get his beard all like majestic and celestial like.
I've got a new fragrance for you guys out there that you need to try out.
A word?
Valkyrie's Oud.
Valkyrie's what?
Valkyrie's Oud.
Yeah, y'all understand we're the reason why Hawk got blown up, right? We're the reason why. Because we keep beating the shit out of Jason Todd every week.
That's why Jason Todd mad. If you watch Titans, you understand why Jason Todd is so mad, because every week we bring out a crowbar.
R.I.P. Hank. R.I.P.
Real quick, just as we're wrapping things up, I know we're a little over, but I got to say this. What else is coming out in the MCU? We've got Thor, Love and Thunder, the main character of which is none other than Gore, the God Butcherer, who has something called the Necro Sword. the Necro Sword is part of Null, the symbiote god. So if we get Secret Wars, we're going to get more symbiote history. They can tie that into Thor. They can tie that into Gore. Null the god butch, Null the symbiote god, cut off the nowhere head. He's the one that severed it with the sword. They can tie all that together. It could happen. So
so basically you're doing the same thing that you all did with WandaVision. Is you all are making these fan theories and fan fiction.
Yes, that's half the fucking fun.
Right. So that's why you're all really excited about Eternals. Not because it's a good movie, it's because of the possibility of Celestials and what they can do for the MCU and involve, I don't know, mutants and shit like that. That's what y'all really want.
I didn't even go down a line of mutants.
But what you don't know is that after that Celestial got his head cut off, Tej and Roman and their Ford Fiero in space drove into Null. And then they set up
here.
Hold on, we see this.
Fuck those who don't do it.
We see this massive skull floating in space. We can set up a base here.
Before we
came nowhere.
I had a point here. The point, I wasn't even going into mutants or that debauchery that you're fucking talking about. I was actually tying into Galactus, the person who keeps the Celestials in check. Like, do you know what that means? We get Silver Surfer done properly. We get Galactus done properly. We get Heralds of Galactus.
Listen, you keep your own fictitious storm clouds to yourself. Ain't nobody worried about that.
Fuck off. God damn. All right, now I'm done.
Up to it.
Hold on a second. What's the name? No Way Home is possibly dropping the trailer tomorrow as well.
The trailer. Don't get too excited, folks. Don't get too. Yeah, I was about to say, everybody believe it when you see it, but maybe you get a Spider-Man trailer tomorrow, but most likely you won't.
Yeah, you got a better chance of getting Kanye's album. But as always, up to it, down to it. Fuck those who don't do it. We do it because we used to it. Drink motherfucking drink. Yeah, bitch.
Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and that technicolor rainbow in between, it's your boy Trey Proper.
It's your boy Big Herb.
And thank you for watching Blerds and Whiskey.
Be sure to like, share, subscribe on all social media platforms.
And check us out on blerdsandwhiskey.com.
Be sure to get that merch.
And come take this shot.